Welcome back, fellow comrades. I hope every one of you is having a very good day. I'm going to continue my campaign with Napoleon, Total War, in which we are trying to put Austria again in a good position over the territories of the German territories, and we are right now at peace. Apparently, northern Italy is now in Habsburg control. Prussia is at war with Napoleonic France, including Hessen-Kassel. As of right now, in the previous chapter, Prussia has taken Brussels from the French, and now Brussels is under Prussian mandate. This army here, commanded by Andreas Hofer, which is a 39 years old commander, which is very good. He's a superior general, which makes him a +2 command and +2 morale in battles, darling of the Gutter press. So basically our most powerful generals are Ferdinand, which is now in Torino, and he's going to be in charge of the Italian theater of operations. Karl Mack, this is Karl Mack von Lieberich. He's going to be in charge of Lucerne, in which actually the Emperor Napoleon is right now over the territory, waiting for an attack over Lucerne. Andreas Hofer, as I said before, and Karl von Oestreich-Teschen, the brother of the Emperor himself. This area revolted against Habsburg rule, and they took the opportunity, and now this area is on the hands of Saxony. So before starting another war, because right now I'm not at war with any nation, I'm pretty much trying to see when is the best time to attack. But what I can see is that I can do perhaps some exchanges here in between Saxony and Prussia. First, about Saxony. Saxony is a minor nation which is friendly with us. They are allies with Prussia and Hessen, which both of them are at war with France. If I go to technology, I can see that I can bring to them all of these technologies, and perhaps this could make this nation a very sophisticated one. So let me see, I'm going to go and give them all of my technologies in exchange for the region that they just took. And they say that they want military alliance. They will pay me, so I'm going to go and say, okay, military alliance plus all of the technologies without paying me, but giving me Prague. They did not accept. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's go and see what is going to say Prussia about giving us Brussels in exchange of a couple of technologies and a good amount of money. And they would not accept. Okay, so far so good. So here I'm going to recruit a couple of these guys here. Down here I'm going to recruit perhaps one of these. This is a Ulan, and I'm recruiting here actually a Ulan as well. and a couple of, let me see. Ah, it's going to be okay. This we need to, we have 3 slots, 3 free slots here, so we have already here a Grenzer, so that's okay. We are building here a Court of Appeals, and for this we will need conscript infantry tactics, which we are already researching. So that's it. So let's end the turn. We see movement in mainland France. I'm wondering, what is England doing against the effort? Now they are demanding land drainage, diamond formation, and break trade agreement with France. And they are going to give me bottling and canning plus 620. Now, you know what? I'm going to offer you this. You want this, actually. So I would like to have this. Let me offer you a small amount of money. And they don't accept. So workers on strike here in Moravia, which is actually a place that I had to recruit, but I forgot. Okay, that's okay for now. There we are. So we have a little bit more of money right now. And we have recruited this. Ah, it was in Moravia actually, in Tyrol here. So now we have a little bit more of space here in which we can move Carbon Austrian into here. If Napoleon moves, this guy is going to jump right into the fray. So there we are. Now let's try again with Prussia, giving them these technologies and trying to ask for Brussels. And I'm going to add a little bit more of money. Okay, they don't want, not yet. That's interesting to see that they are moving away from Brussels. However, they don't want to give me the government of Brussels, which is something very annoying. I'm going to wait a little bit more. Okay, so now I have this. I will take these 3, place them here, which is a full army there, and still trying to get... Napoleon is not moving from here actually, so I'm going to pass the turn. They want us to join war against France. You know, I still don't know. Perhaps... Why don't you give me conscript infantry and I'm going to give you this? What do you say? They rejected that again. They are very desperate for us to join war against France. Let me see. This is going to be interesting, actually. This is getting very interesting. They are going to Alsace-Lorraine. Okay. Gentleman, an ancillary gain from exiled nobleman to Gideon Rabe. A gentleman here. Okay, interesting. Let me see here. They are going straight to Strasbourg and they are leaving Brussels. Ah no, Brussels is with almost a full stack here, commanded by Karl von Clausewitz. Interesting. Okay, let me see if I can do something here. What is this? Manufactory. Let me send this guy into Paris. So right now I can offer 10,000 to Prussia in order to perhaps buy the region of Brussels, which is a very good price actually. So let me see here. I'm going to give you 10,000. And they don't want. Let's see if I can still buy this region from them. Pay them 4,000 and give them all of my technologies. Okay, plus military alliance, that's going to be okay. All of my technologies and 4,000. I think that is the best offer that I can give to them. They do not accept. Okay. Now there's a fight, and the French have won against the Prussians on Alsace-Lorraine. That was the battle there. So they're giving me 1,000, and they want me to break trade agreement with France. Let me see. I'm going to offer you diamond formation for 1,000. So they agree. Okay. Okay, another trade gained. Emile Jung has gained friends in government, which is this guy here. This gives him +3 to subterfuge for infiltration missions. Now we're going to send our friend here Adolphe into Paris and infiltrate Paris. He was detected, which is bad. You know, default, we have bad relations with them, but here it says acts of espionage gives a -20 penalty for doing that. Interesting. Oh, where's Napoleon? Napoleon just moved here. Now that's a good sign. I can go and take this place. Let me see if I can move. What is this, November? Okay, let's move these guys here. Okay, now we're getting ready to attack Luzerne. But we will need more turns. So now Napoleon is here. Perhaps he's trying to gain again Brussels. And here I could move this guy here. Napoleon is now reinforcing Strasbourg. Yeah, they are moving away from Luzerne. They are very sure that I'm not going to attack them. Well, there's still a possibility, but I'm waiting to be able to buy Prague again. Okay, let me go and try to buy Prague. Let's talk with Saxony. I'm going to give Saxony payment of 60,000. All of my technologies. And an alliance in exchange for Prague. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit more further. I'm going to add 1,000 more. A military alliance, single payments of 7,000, and you just give me back Bohemia. Okay, they can agree. Now we are in a military alliance with Saxony as well, which is very, very good. And we have Prague again in our control. Okay. Now Prague now has a great arsenal, has a grand opera house, and has a court of justice. The court of justice. It's not a. This is the court of justice, and here we have the court of appeals. Okay, 5 and 3. Okay, we're good. Let's see what else we can do. Here we're very, very good with the situation here. I am going to move these guys here. And now these guys are getting attrition here. I believe that if I move here, well, actually this is actual French territory, so I will have to return them here. Let me see if I can move them here. Can move them here. These guys here, they just wait there. And yeah, these guys are going to have attrition problems. Unless I move them here. Yeah, because of the winter. So now let's see. Let's try to get ourselves down here in Marseille. And very good with this. Oh yeah, now in terms of technologies, let me talk with Russia. Let's exchange a little bit of technologies. Top gallants, I don't care. With Prussia, perhaps I can exchange this, and they will perhaps give me this, plus a little bit of payment. Okay, they don't agree. Let's see, Great Britain. This gives us for naval units. I don't care about that. Oh, France is now at war with us. They declare war. I could tell Sweden, Kingdom of Sicily, Kingdom of Naples, Papal States and Great Britain, Prussia, Russia, Bavaria. They're at war with almost all of them. Apart from Bavaria, so I'm not going to put all of those at war with me, at war with France, sorry, because that implies that Spain would have to join. Just missed the opportunity that Prussia was telling me to join war, and I thought that Napoleon would not be violent enough to declare war, aggressive enough, and I missed the opportunity to give a lot of money to the Prussians, plus the join of war against France, and I'm thinking that perhaps that would be enough to get Brussels, but who knows. This nation has pulled out of the carefully brokered trade agreement between you, although the exact reasons for this are unclear, which is actually clear because they declare war. It would appear that on this occasion diplomacy and politics have obscured business for mutual benefit. Then they are raiding the trade route here, of course. I could send this guy directly to here, even though I will get the attrition. I think I will do it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't care about the attrition hit, because if I liberate them, actually this guy is trying to get there, I could do a feint move. Let me see if they are at war with, are they at war with Bavaria? Actually, no. Okay, so I'm going to send this guy here. Is this guy hidden here? There you are. So, okay, this could be a good reason. Now, let me see. This guy is going to reinforce here for sure, so I have very, very little time. It doesn't matter if he marches against me here. Okay, so let's send this guy down here. And let's wait for the next turn. Okay, Napoleon goes directly to Luzerne. Well, actually, right now, I'm starting to think that the AI is able to see my moves, even though if I send my troops hidden into the woods. I believe they are able to see my army marching through the Alps. If not, why is the AI sending Napoleon directly to Luzerne? That's quite interesting. Okay, now let's send this guy here and infiltrate here. So I would make a spy network here. Winter attrition, of course, I know. How many So the harsh winter conditions have taken their toll upon this army. In addition to the many men who have perished at the hands of the extreme cold, others have been driven to desertion, desperate to escape the same fate. Even the great Hannibal Barca had this problem when he crossed the Alps. So I'm going to go directly here, and yeah, the problem is that Napoleon is here. I'm not sure if this was a good idea. I can even send these guys here to reinforce, or at least obstruct the path of these guys here. Okay, let's risk ourselves here. I know I can attack right now. We didn't get a lot of attrition hit. Okay, we're going to get the field ambulances, so I will have more replenishment rate. Okay, Napoleon has... That's a surprise for me. He just abandoned Luzerne, as if to say, okay, you Swiss, fuck yourselves. That's hilarious. He didn't care about them. He never cared about them, actually. But now I'm going to show them a better reign. Not the emperor of the French, but the emperor of the Germans. So we have the field ambulances. So speed is all important when treating wounded men. Any delay lessens the chances of survival, let alone recovery. Field ambulances are fast carts that can be driven into the thick of battle. Stocked with water, bandages and other medical supplies, they allow some treatment to be given immediately. More importantly, the wounded can be carried to the rear, where a surgeon can give much needed medical attention. Surgery, however, remains close to butchery, because this is a very primitive way of surgery. Being able to provide this swift assistance means that the replenishment rate of the units is now improved. Historically, ambulances in their basic form have been around the centuries. Roman centurions were followed into battle by teams of strong men who would retrieve the wounded or dying. However, it was not until the Napoleonic Wars that the term ambulance was first used. The chief physician to Napoleon, Baron Jean-Dominique Léry, introduced a contraption he called the ambulances volantes. Outraged by the fact that wounded and dying were not collected until after a battle, he adopted horse artillery caissons to carry the wounded for treatment at high speed. He eventually developed two varieties of carts that could be taken onto the battlefield to retrieve and treat injured soldiers. Very interesting. More raids, ancillary gain, dilettante, in the Minister Philippe Stadion. Dilettante, I know a little about a great many things. I dabble, but I do so con brio. Building constructed, we have now the Court of Appeals in Austria. And now we can go on get further into dialectics, which I will get in here, in the University of Florence, Italy. Perfect, we are doing very well. Very well, very well. And now I think, as of right now, I'm going to demand surrender, and I'm going to liberate the Swiss. And now I'm going to send these guys. Where do I send them? Okay, I'm going to send... These guys are going to stay here. This is going to be Switzerland. They are unfriendly. Let's give them all of this. Trade agreement. And let's do this. I'm going to modernize them. They're still not so friendly. Okay, now what is the... Okay, they are in good terms, other nations' attitudes towards them. So the French are in a very good station with them. So now I can sneak through here. And perhaps take Strasbourg. It's quite interesting. If I go and take Strasbourg here, and what I'm going to do with these troops is going to be a dilemma here. Oh, I could send them to reinforce here. So this is going to be to send them here. Okay, in the meantime I'm going to wait. I'm sure that these guys are not going to attack me as of yet. Pretty sure. Let's end the turn here. Okay. I think that was Napoleon. Wasn't he? So this is, as of yet, a very interesting situation is developing here. Very, very interesting. The fact that we are in the year 1807 and basically the Austrian Empire is still giving fight against Napoleon in this timeline. Very interesting alternate history here. Okay. Oh, metal roads in Bohemia. Now let's try to see... No, we're good with this. So yeah, still... So this is the guy here have just sent an army through here. Do I reinforce now? Let me see. France is still at peace now. I think I'm going to make peace with France right now. Okay, let's open here and there's no reason. Request peace. Request trade agreement. And I would... Okay, technology is not... It's not worth it. Let's just do this. Okay, they don't want... I'm going to pay them. Request peace. Going to pay 2,000 for this. I don't even started this. So, let's see. No. No. Again, request trade agreement and payment. I will pay you 5,000. I don't even start the war, as I mentioned before. No. They are not willing to do that. And I know that Napoleon is getting near. That's something that I don't like. Okay, let's leave it here, and then I'm going to have morale, much more morale here. So let's finish the turn and see if Napoleon is going to assault Innsbruck at the end. Yeah, there you are. It's very stubborn, the AI, against having Innsbruck for themselves. Yeah, the city is being besieged now. There is a trade raided, technology advance, the conscript infantry tactics. This allows on the battlefield fuel new developments in military thought. As the recruitment process for modern armies changes, tactics needs to be re-evaluated and altered. Previously, armies had been made up of sometimes willing volunteers who were well trained and fiercely disciplined. Conscription provides a new challenge for military tacticians: how best to deploy an army to prevent desertion and give men no choice but to fight. Once these new infantry tactics have been researched and developed, new military academies can be constructed to spread these radical ideas. The conscription infantry tactics owe their creation, in theory at least, to the French general Count Jacques Antoine Hippolyte de Gulbert. He was a controversial tactical writer who published his Essai Général de Tactique in 1770 and was notorious for his advanced social opinions. He had been discussing the finer points of mass conscription, which became known as lever en masse, long before it became the French military system. He briefly held the position of chief military advisor to the French government, but it was soon apparent that the government was not ready for his brand of radical thinking. Another raid and another ancillaries, decorated hero for von Lieberich, and this minister has a military expert. Interesting. Now, Napoleon here is besieging here Innsbruck, which is going to be defended by the brother of the emperor. I can move this guy clearly into this area. It's a little bit... What is this? Wait a second. Oh, this is a Saxon guy. Okay, so this is going to take 3 turns. So I can say I can send this. This is going to take 1, 2, 3 turns. It's a little bit... Okay, let's send... I can go here, but definitely it's not going to be worth. So I'm going to send this into this slope, followed by this, and then relieve here. If this guy does not attack the next turn, or if he demands surrender, I'm not going to accept the surrender, of course. It's pretty much obvious. Ah, let's go for military academy here. And let's talk with Prussia again. I'm pretty sure that now I could go and... Okay, let's see. If they accept to give me this by giving them 15,000, which is pretty a very huge amount of money, and they don't accept, now I'm going to use this to do other thing. For example, talk with France. It's a little bit complicated, the situation, because look, I'm going to ask for a trade agreement even though they are our enemies, but it's not worth it. I'm going to give them 7,000, 8,000, that's it. And of course they are going to accept. This is half of my money. So a peace treaty has been designed between the nation of Austria and France. It remains to be seen whether this truce will result in lasting peace or descent back into conflict. I'm pretty sure that is going to descend back into conflict. But for now, this truce is the best thing we could have done. And I'm pretty sure that they are not going to be fool enough to attack my my protectorate here, the Swiss Confederation. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's finish the turn. See what they do. They are returning back to mainland France. Okay. Join war against France. They want to give me abolition of slavery, payment of 800 and top gallants, which is something that I really don't care. They're offering carronade, improved coppering and top gallants in exchange for... Okay, no. Definitely not. Okay, Russia is advancing directly into the Mediterranean, into Marseille, which is going to be very interesting, actually, to think about it. Spy network established here. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Now I can send these guys here. And I can station these guys in here. Pretty much. Okay. Now this allows me to jump right into Strasbourg if the French are fool enough to declare war again against me. In the Alps we have the protection of this buffer state. Now the Russians are advancing in Marseille, and that's it. I think that's enough for us. Let me see, what is the situation right now with France? They are at war with, well, almost all of the nations of Europe. Oh, what about Spain? Spain is allied with France. Now, let me go and start negotiations and do something very exciting here. Okay, look at this. I'm going to give you field ambulances. Now, let me give you conscript infantry. And you just go and break your alliance with France. And I'm going to pay you something nice. What about this? There you go. Alliance broken against France and Spain just by giving them the conscription system. Now, let me see here. I'm going to do allies with the Batavian Republic. Okay, let me give you this. And let me give you 2,000. And you just break alliance with the Batavian Republic. Well, a success. Okay, that's good. That's good, that's good. Now what is the... Okay, this is very nice. This has made a big situation here. Oh, wait. What is this Grand Battery here? Semaphore lines. Oh, going to join stock companies. Yeah, actually, I'm going to take carcass shot. Why not? Enables the carcass shot for experimental howitzers. The military academy, of course. Military academy. Ah, I'm already doing it. Okay, fine. Let's end the turn. Yeah, he's trying to save his possessions on southern France. I'm pretty sure that Russia is now going to take Marseille. She's going to get very nasty here. Oh, they took that already. Wow. So this is getting very exciting. Indeed, very, very exciting. Okay, I'm going to take my agent here directly to... Let me see if I can actually sabotage the army's 23%. So I'm going to send this guy here. Pretty good. Now this guy is again allied with, and that's something that I don't like. That's the reason, because now this guy made again an alliance with France, and he took my technologies. Clever Spaniards, indeed. Okay, so that's something that I have to live with to this point. So I'm going to now, let's see, going to recruit. What is this? I'm going to recruit a couple of these guys. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Need to leave it like this. So we're ready here. If France again tries to attack me, I'm going to jump right into them. So let's see if I can give them something. No, that's okay. If you're liking what you're seeing, if you're enjoying this, give a like and subscribe to my channel. I am Victus. See you in the next one.